You're dead!
Dude, what it do, guys? Today we got our GvG, and we also got our balance adjustments, which, since this GvG might be short because I have nobody to showcase, and since I saw the balance adjustment, I want to start re-gearing some units, so I was like, oh. So I'll hold off or try to play with somebody, maybe. But we're gonna get to the balance adjustment, and I'll give you my quick thoughts on it real quick, because this might be a short video, or it might be long, depending. But some of the balance patches, some of the balance, I was like, interesting. But it seems like we might be going into a debuff meta. Even though we're kind of, are we in a debuff meta? Or are we not a debuff meta? I don't know. But let's quickly take a look at it, right? So we already got like 12 heroes, and all the heroes that, you know, I usually play with. I did say Dragon King Sharun's gonna get buffed, right? I did say that specifically. That's why I chose it for the thing. But I looked at her buff, I was like, it's not that much, but it's actually really great. So first thing, ML he can now successfully critical hit. This actually hurts poor Cecillia, Green Sid. I gotta get another game with her. I guess in a 1v1 situation, Cecillia will lose because Ken usually have Sigurd Scythe on him 90% of the time, and he can always critically hit her and then heal it back up. Fallen CC. Now here's the one that I was kind of on the fence about. The last CC buff was kind of like, oh wow, it feel like a whole new champion, right? We're getting imprint changed. I guess it changed her whole playstyle. She was either a speed imprints and then whatnot. But now her S was pretty much the same. Just ignore factors because everything ignore factors nowadays. Her S2 decrease additional damage fixed. Well, I should say decrease additional damage and fixed damage received by allies from heroes by 50%. I don't understand this one. Can you guys give me more clarity on what this means? I know, like, you know, Ringer Special Drink and Fairy Tale Nightmare, that's additional or fixed damage, right? It do like 1500 or like Cascade. But what's the additional damage? Does this mean like burns, poison? Because poison is also fixed amount of damage you get max HP. Venom. Like, I'm saying Venom because DDR has a successful attack deals additional damage equivalent to 40% of the injuries inflicted. Do this just reduce it by half, 40%, so you can't get one shot by DDR? And stuff like that from Venom. Like, you know, Burn does at the start of the turn suffers huge damage proportional to the caster. I think Burn is 70% of your attack, right? I don't know if it also reduces like burns and stuff, since where the frenzy changes increase attack and defense, the hero is being added. And increased dealt damage of burns, bleeds, and bombs. So I don't know if FCC is just gonna be the go-to girl for burns, bleeds, Fairy Tale of a Nightmare, you know, Uber's Tooth, etc., right? And her S3 dispels all buffs before transferring all debuffs inflicted on the caster. So I do like her S3, it just dispels all. So even if she has Seal, you can send Seal back, which will stop her passive from additional damage. But usually by then, you have somebody that actually, you know, focus on. Be not like a bridal say like, oh, we're gonna get rid of this person, because if we put too many debuffs on them, they're just gonna send it right back to us, right? Spirte Celine. If she has a buff, she used Nimble Strike instead. After granted increased attack for one turn, she no longer dispels one debuff from the caster, by the way. So she doesn't cleanse herself when she get crit, and then she S1, so you get stun lock her tank with Abyssal Crown if you get lucky. I'm assuming it'll be some effect res Celine, which I do have a video about it, effect res Celine. I do have a video about that. Go watch it. Give me some more views. Her S3 dispels all debuff from allies. This counts her too, so she cleanses herself, all allies. So if you go like an opener, let's say they go ML Luna, you go like an opener, Spirte Celine, you could definitely use this. Or if you go like a turn 2 where they won't be able to kill her, you could keep the attack buff up. And it also dispels all. We'll see. There might be some new units after this Origins trailer they show tomorrow, right? Sylvian Sage. I don't know too much about her. I barely see her, and I don't have her because the game doesn't like me. Dragon King Sharun dispels all debuffs, which prevent movement before increasing combat rating of the caster by 40%. It's still going to increase one combat rating by once per turn. So what changed about this? Is at the start of her turn dispels all debuff. So you had to be fast, so it's just at the end of somebody's turn. So if they stun you and they turn ends, she get the combat ratings that dispels all, prevent movement speed, okay. And also Cascade is 4,000 fixed damage, so this will get reduced to 2,000 with FCC. But at the same time, this is a buff for Tori. Yay. Good, because I thought 250 fixed damage was kind of booty cheeks. Considering that not many people will just stun willy-nilly or put people to sleep unless you had DDR, unless you run into a DDR team, right? We lost the increased combat radius of the caster by 50%, so she don't get half her turn back. But a chance to Inflect cannot buff. She's only from a Virgo to a Scorpio, so I think she loses defense and HP, and she gains speed, which is like 8 speed and 20 more effectiveness, which is good. Lidica, my girl, you see her most of the time, sometimes. Her S1 has an 80% chance to inflict bleeding effects for 1 turn. Yay, 2 bleedings actually. At the end of the turn, detonate bleeding effects on the target. Yay. Her S2 inflict resource depletion, another one. Joining before attacking, so flan that starts at half, you can just reduce 60% of that, which is obviously good. So lose her evasion. You gotta bring on that 50-50 now. Young Cecillia, reduce that so she doesn't blast your team into oblivion. That's pretty much it. That's the one that's I guess heard seeing the meta. It's probably another one, Rylet. Well, Rylet starts at 0, but you know what I'm trying to say. Vivian Sage. Vivian, you can use that for Vivian Sage, Sylvian Sage Vivian. Which I don't really play her. I think you need to be above 50% or at least 3 to not be debuffed. Buff duration by 1 turn, inflict bind for 2 turns. So we got a Narwhal S3, another bind user. That's already better than Brigitte that has bind by herself. Single target bind for Brigitte. But Narwhal, yeah, poor Lidica have bind for everybody for 2 turns. For each target, increase combat ratings by 25%. So if you hit everybody, you get 100% combat rating. This lets somebody to stop us. 20 cells ignore effect res, because we need more effect res, and it's a 4-turn cooldown. You can't be spamming this thing. Attack with a whip, inflicting increased defense for 2 turns. I love this. And grant skin modifier to everybody on the team. So rip Lidica. But the targets with bind, they have bind. So if you have Narwhal and then you S3 this, you can just ignore effect res and still push him back, which is honestly good. Everything ignore effect res. What's the point of effect res Celine if everybody does no effect res at this point? Kayron, nothing really changed. Damage dealt increase, soul burn damage increase, so you actually do some damage with S1. Evasion for 2 turns is actually useless because if you're at 1 HP and they strip their immortality, you still gonna die. And his S3 before absorbing some of the damage dealt as HP, so now he can heal himself back up. Depending on how much this damage dealt increase, he can probably heal himself up from when he's S3, and they don't strip their immortality by the time he takes his turn, because usually they build him slow encounter, right? But you get an increased crit chance. Mine's already SSS, so this is good. That's why I need to rebuild my Kayron now. That's why I need to rebuild my Kayron. See below that for every surviving ally, decrease damage suffered by 10%. So I'm assuming 40. That's because every ally includes herself. So 40 for the team, 30 for GvG. More than 1 damage applied, blah, 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 blah. With 75% chance to increase defense for 2 turns, which is better than 50% chance that never worked. When we used her as a pure Wyvern farmer. Our S3 dispels all buff before, inflict the unbuffable. Cannot be buff and unhealable for 2 turns. And damage will increase. Seaside Bologna might be playable. Lethe, increase combat ratings of the castle by 50% when somebody eaten by the giant call of the squid. Cannot trigger hit, penetrate the fit. Amount recovered, increase proportional maximum. So more heals if she doesn't get injured, and decrease damage dealt increase. So if you get squidded, you're gonna die. The 50% combat radius is gonna change up a lot of things, because then you S1 and you just save your S3 for when you need to kill them, right? And hopefully they don't kill you first. And when you take a turn, you sober S3 to put 1 on, and then you hit one with S1, and then you get 50% combat radius, and you just, start going from there. Which is honestly good. Destina, nothing really changed. She's just bringing her back up. Amount recovered increase, sober increase. Increase it by extra turns, so she get more effect res, and everything more effect res now. Revive all dead allies to 30% instead of 20%. This is more being aligned to like the current meta. And grant spirit blessings to the castle for 3 turns. Alright, Landy is kind of crazy, by the way. As in her S1 does increase damage dealt, so you can go counter Landy. But also she grants stealth now for 1 turn. Cause I did say yesterday on live stream that Destina and all these buffs, so like, don't we have a character that does this, that increase damage dealt to the character? I said Landy, but is there somebody else? No, Landy's the only one that does increase damage to the amount of buff. Well, I should say she get more fighting spirit for the buff granted. And reset the cooldown. But now that she's in stealth, she no longer, she can go full glass cannon You sit there, you buff up, and she just starts blasting. Which, funny, they did buff her artifact, by the way. Shuri, he would actually never miss and penetrate the target defense. I actually like this, by the way. He actually, when he says, I will never miss, and then I shoot at Flynn and he just misses, and then he falls over dead because he's made of tissue paper. But this is honestly good because he has a speed imprint. He can get through Flynn with the increased hit chance and his EE, right? So you can actually, it's like a budget Shell tier, right? If Shell tier never come back, you have Shuri to at least get through Flan. If you have Shell tier Flan, then they're gonna have a hard time picking Flan. Regular special 3, additional damage increased. I'm assuming to be better. Wall of Water for each buff granted to the enemy has a 6 to 12% chance to increase greater attack for 1 turn. And then at the end of the turn, have a 15% to 100% to grant stealth for 1 turn. So if Lady goes, she S3s at the end of the turn, she goes back into stealth. It's just like Guiding Light, except that is better because it has a chance to give you attack buff. Oh, actually, I should say a greater attack. Beautiful. And then Fairytale Nightmare has an 80% chance to dispel 1 buff, which is actually needed because I was just wondering why my ADS was not dispelling. And a chance to deal additional 1,000 to 2,000 fixed damage. Extra 500 damage is not bad. I love it. Yeah, this is actually pretty amazing for the simple fact that it's just a bunch of, like, it feels like a bunch of units are just being, you know, lifted up to like the current meta. And I'm tired of seeing young Cecillia, Payra. Well, Payra, I don't really mind Payra too much, but I'm assuming I'm assuming additional damage, by the way. So young Cecillia, more Hersetti, and then Flan in every arena or every GvG. So this will definitely help out big time with, you know, your girl Dragon King Sharun helping out with the unbuffable. She don't gotta take her turn. Just when Moore ends his turn, everybody come unstunned, right? Lidica is gonna be a change, and we might be able to see so they take away the covenant buff, so she might be playable. She probably will be playable the way she looks. Kayron might be seeing some playback since everybody has immortality, but also we also have somebody that's doing immortality. And then Seaside Bologna is another unit to have if you don't have any knights and they ban on the knights at Seaside Bologna is there protecting everybody. This decreased damage by 40%. She could be a bruiser. Mine is a bruiser, so she could be a bruiser and just like, you no longer need to put her in the back, by the way, which is honestly good. So if you're just there, she can just be your bruiser knight and mitigate some of the damage and defense and have a chance to defense break. Yeah, this match is gonna be great. Anyway, let's get into the GvG since we took up a lot of time. All right, game 1. We gotta go with no losses, baby. So we brung Diane, DDR, and we brung Tori. I actually switched my Tori up on the Lightsteel set. I stole this Lightsteel necklace from Milam, so this is not her final thing, is that she's not 100% crit chance. Which we could probably switch something over to for just this game. No, we can't. No, everything's crit cap. Okay. So we're gonna hope at 3% we don't miss. And we brought DDR just for the extra buff, his unique buff of effectiveness and whatnot. At the bottom we got Cerise, Celine, and then we got Abby. Just so we could see Celine one last time so she can cleanse off debuff. Do we S3 now? We're gonna bring up DDR, but
I will regret nothing. You got this, Tori.
You got this, Tori.
For all of you. I hope
we could honestly not potentially, we can. Even if we get Bridal Resolve, we should survive this from the penetration that we get. That did doo-doo damage, and we missed a crit. Who does not the first hit we actually missed a crit?
Worry not. The doctor is
we missed a crit. I'm gonna let you guys know that for a fact. We missed a crit.
the dark shroud of
I was like, we could probably kill her or get her low enough.
I hope you find it.
So I'm gonna S3, give Tori more buffs so she get Cascade. Not a single Venom. God, what? Damn.
I'm not too late.
I want Bloodmoon Haste to use his ability. Resist. Okay. Damn. Wait, how much effect rates do they got? Why get it 50-50 again? We have affected it. Well, she'll build 80 affected, so I understand that.
This is getting old.
It's gonna go for a blow moon here because it's the lowest. Not blow moon, but yeah.
Brace yourselves, vile fiends.
I want to S2 to heal him up.
Flash. Just as I practiced.
Okay, what do I do this?
You up nice and pretty.
We didn't miss.
Who chased Tor away?
Okay, this is going bad just because we didn't kill her and we missed a crit.
Life or death. Pick your poison.
That then, like, I wanted to do FCC.
Magical girl D.
Actually, reduce some of that.
So nervous, so sorry.
Oh, you'll make an excellent specimen.
And I don't think we could kill
Brace
her.
yourselves, vile fiends. I'll illuminate
Not kill her. Yeah, we could kill her. DDR is gone.
potential of love.
But unfortunately, let's hope we don't miss a crit.
In the name of the goddess.
We're giving her more buffs, by the way. And generate more souls for
Just as I practiced.
this. We should get Cascade on this turn.
I did try, but you've got
Okay, good.
Tori.
Don't miss a crit like you did last time.
Too, you know.
Is she immune to crits or am I just getting that unlucky? We got 2 soul bursts. If I actually get that unlucky with the... Okay, now we got a crit. I was worried that we didn't get a crit. I mean, they will blow moon haste, which I'm going to just skip forward for this part.
Magical girl D.
He's on counterattack, but it's not going to do much. If we get Cascade with all these buffs, we should be able to kill him. Actually, it might save his life.
Too, you know.
No, we got him. Okay, good. Alright, cool. I was like, Cascade should be able to finish him off. Increased buff's going to be helpful. I'm not going to lie.
Odyssey of your life
Being helpful is helpful.
was meant to bring you.
But we got this team to deal with now.
You're in for a surprise.
I'll go for her. We'll take an additional damage. Bloop.
I will protect my people.
And they're both in stealth.
I didn't
We're going to S third.
Seems I have no
We shouldn't get counterattacked here, right? She's on Proof of Valor.
I've got this.
And I want to do this.
With this sword of spirit.
Do this proc Abigail's immortality? She hits 1 HP even though she has immortality? I think it doesn't, right? You can't overlap, right?
I'll make this
So,
painless.
we're going to miss these. Can't be buff, and I'm going to hopefully get it.
I'll go.
Okay, can't.
What are you looking
Good thing I brung Abigail. Did you have a 100% chance to cleanse on S1, or is that just an artifact that's doing that?
in the blink of an eye?
I'm actually curious.
Were you
Where's my Dust Devils? Is that a 100% chance to cleanse? Oh, Dispels. Yeah, Dispels 1 buff.
It's hard, isn't it?
Alright.
So, just give up.
We go to S3 since we can't hit the others.
Slash the dream. Die, 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 die!
Where do we kind of cleanse out of this? No. A stun is a stun.
We're not done. It's my turn.
And we can't win with these two. No. They didn't change the buff yet.
Stand by and watch. Give up now.
That's unfortunate for Celine.
Future of Sidonia. So, you think
Fortunate for Celine. But she did get stunned.
good try?
I wish she didn't strip also. Maybe Effect Red Celine might be the way to go, guys. If you think about it. I don't think she can do this by herself.
Why do bad things happen to good people?
I said it every single time. But yeah, we could go back to a Effect Red Celine instead of the Speed Celine that we do have. Alright, game number 2. We got Elegos. We got Last Piece Kayron, which you guys don't see very often of. She has this for some reason. Should I change it just for this video? Nah, let's give it a Silver Rain because I don't know. I barely play. She's 288 speed, by the way. And we have Watches Shuri. I brought him out of the waiting room just for this game because he is getting buff. He can never miss anymore. He literally says that. And it's not on there yet, but he can never miss. So we're gonna give him Is it Rose Organa? No. Is it Rose Organa? No, that's the other one. Sasha Thane. We're giving Sasha a thing. I don't have a max one because I wasn't a cleaver. And we took the gear from, if you guys are wondering, we took the gear from Kawark. So we should be fine there. And bottom, we got that. I don't know how this going to go. I know the top has Ori, somebody said.
Get rid of them.
She has trophy. Oh, we barely just made it.
It's nothing.
So here's the thing. We're going to do this. We're going to shoot her back.
Just business.
Or unless she resists this.
Oh, really?
We both know how this ends.
We're going to do this.
That no one.
Does this give increased hit chance? I don't remember.
This sword
I don't play with her
knows
much.
no mercy.
The target it ignores damage sharing effect or damage things. Her S2 doesn't have increased hit chance. Increased hit chance by 50% when using the skill. We can't hit her because she still has her thing, so she has 100% at this point. We can hit Rylet. Let's just kill her and be on the safe side.
It's too late.
Make sure there's no.
We check a briefcase at Rylet. But we can still hit her because
miss my
your boy's here. And here's the go. He never misses target. He won't miss with no Mulligores. He missed. Alright.
I'll deal with
Elegos missed
it.
also.
Put your life on the line.
You're too slow.
Here I go.
Alright, who's the guy? Elegos. I never miss dead. Ow.
Be the victor.
Ow.
Aiming. Fire.
My mission is my top priority.
I don't think we could kill her.
Everything I can.
This sword knows no mercy.
And without his stealth, we have skill off. I don't think we could kill her. We should have went for her.
I'm ready.
No, I think we can.
We both
Her S3
know
is
how
here.
this ends. Those who
Give it
wish
an attack buff. I think I should have switched artifact for her, but still.
to be willing to pay the price.
I'm willing to pay the
Put your life
price.
on
I
the
wrote an
line.
S2.
I am the sword. The sword is me.
Well, I did some damage. Good job, Shuri. That's gonna get changed where you actually hit her. It's funny that they changed him just to hit her because evasions and immortality become a thing. Man, we're gonna get the S3 on us. And then we're gonna bully them. More bullies. And then FCC will reduce this damage from this, so you probably won't see her too often. Which is honestly great.
What's this? Another insect to squash.
He has Aureus. Let's do as much damage as possible on him. He resisted it. And see if we can cascade and actually just go through him, and hopefully we don't miss the 3% chance to crit, right? Because we still have 90% crit chance. So hopefully we don't miss the crit. We got him.
You can't go back.
Ow.
Okay, let me give it a try.
Let's proc this. She get a barrier.
Never a good idea to get in my way.
I forgot that she goes. Defense break.
I don't care for amateurs.
Hopefully you don't have. Did you have stun? No.
So nervous. Help me. Allow me.
Don't die from this.
I'll become ash.
She died from
You need my help?
She died from that. Let's get rid of her before she does something stupid like a stun. We could kill BBK with Cascade. Unless we miss. Okay, good. I didn't want her to die from the defense break. I can't wait for this balance patch to come out. I'm just happy to see that this meta is actually going to be changing. I don't know about GvG. We still might have the same team, but it might, because a lot of new units are being pushed out, like, you know, Young Seiya. We might be going back to FCC defense teams now. Or Kayrons. I don't know. I actually wanted to see, unless they release, like, you know, tomorrow trailer, they might release like 4 new units, a new chapter. Like, hey, all these new units are about to be busted. They're debuffs, and then Kane gonna rise to the top because he relies on debuffs. It's like, you get ahead of yourself. Calm down. I know. All right, game number 3. We got Kayron and Miki, and we got Bibi. Or I feel like they're all gonna die. But we got Kayron because he's about to get changed also. He just increased damage dealt on his S1, and he absorbs some of the damage dealt on his S3. Which will heal him back up, so that evasion for 2 turns might help out. He is on double edge croissant and counter because 99% of the time, 99% every time, he always get it stripped off. He's not full effect res because I was on a different unit, but he's on 100, at least 100, so it'll have like 2 effect in this hit, like he'll get, you know, knocked off. And then bottom we got Tori. I don't know, I played a lot of Tori. I think Lightsteel's Tori might be my go-to. So we're gonna get shot, gunned down. It's gonna hurt. We resisted it, but we didn't counter. I don't think, can you counter that?
Vengeful voices.
There we go. I was wondering when that was gonna happen. So we got a blind on her. So I'm gonna go for Kayron just because, you know,
Away with you.
he is the thing. We're hitting her twice, which is actually really good. I think they did this wrong. They were supposed to have her have greater attack, so go to S3, give him a berry, heal him up a little bit, and when they counterattack, we hopefully strip off the invincibility. Or just do that. We stripped it off anyway. I hope we stripped off the invincibility.
Don't think you're leaving.
So we'll slap her, get rid of her. We'll slap her.
Everything disappears.
Oh wait, we already hit our immortality phase. This is where the buff will come in handy because like now we can heal. We'll try to do as much damage as possible to her. We crit. And then we would have healed up to full with 2 turn evasion.
Do love flowers.
Which would have been honestly great.
What are you doing?
And now we just slap her to the dirt. I'm assuming this is where FCC will come into play where... How much did this do actually? About 8k. Some of the increased damage done on that might be better.
To the right and to the left.
Yeah, I don't know how much it's going to increase the damage dealt by his S1, but please let it be... Don't let it be too busted where like, hey, if you get a counter, it's over. So take an S3 to the face, which is not good. And then since we do have Abyssal Crown, we'll see if we can knock out his stealth. And or stun.
You've got this, Tori.
I want to just kill her. The dual attacks is going to be annoying.
With sweet sincerity.
We're going to do that.
Do try, but just as I practiced.
We're just going to get rid of her. For something stupid happens, like, I don't know, she dual attacks with my team permanently. What if I miss another crit? I rolled an S3 just to put another buff on Tori. Damn, I like how Tori popularity is starting to go up. People didn't really like her when she first came out.
It's my turn.
Let's see if we get a stun on Abyssal Crown.
With a flash.
Oh, just a knock up you don't have. No stun on Abyssal Crown. He's dead.
Your guard is down.
But that should be fine.
I will not give in to despair.
It was sober. Yeah, what a soul burn. I don't know why, but what a soul burn get him to his immortality.
Excellent. Excellent. Just as
I
I
planned. Damn. I know I was so excited when Genoa first came out. I was like, wow, they added the Captain of the Wild Dogs. I was like, I love the lore, like chapter 1. And then it turned out to be busting when C. Politis came around. It's just so, it's so weird seeing that nobody like, he's not that great, he's not that good. And then C. Politis came around, amazing character. And then every defense had him, C. Politis and him. That's why, like, thinking about it now, guys. Do you guys, if you guys made to this long video, do you guys think I should pull for Teu right now? Like Lidica, not Lidica, but Lidica is getting some stuff with knockback, I think. And it's like, I feel like the next ML unit is going to be busted, but I feel like Teu is going to be like a sleeper unit that's going to be coming around. I don't know. I feel like Teo is being slept on. Nobody's playing with him that much, but I feel like he's missing that unit. Oh, you never know. I'll try. I got 110 pool. I could say that for pity for if they ever release ML Arunca or the next ML unit might be Ross, but for Origins, but we'll never know. Then I gotta save up for another thing. I'm just so curious on what's gonna happen. I feel like Teo might be slept on. You know, he looks like a cool character. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys around. Peace.